and contrast 4 species of Centaurea. So I have one Centaurea here with the blue colors or purple color, and then I have 3 yellow Centaurea species. Now, these species are known as the knapweeds and the starthistles. This first one, Santeria Cyanus, is known as cornflower or bachelor buttons. This plant was common in cornfields, and that's how it got one of its common names. This plant you'll find in gardens and you can buy seeds of to put in your garden. It was actually becoming rare in Europe because they were dying in a lot of these cornfields because of the pesticides and herbicides that were used. This plant is also famous in art. Vincent van Gogh has painted it numerous times. So you'll see it in a lot of artwork. So this is Santeria Cyanus. The key steps for this one are first color. So you're going to look and see, is the head white, pink, blue, or purple, or yellow? So here you can see we could call it blue or purple. The next step in the key is, are the main phyllaries spine-tipped or not? So let's look at the phyllaries here, and you can see they don't have a spined tips. Spine tips would be like this, yellow star thistle, or even Centaurea here, melitensis, that has these phyllaries with spine tips. So we do not have spine tips. And then the next step would be, is this an annual or a biennial or perennial? So this is an annual. You can see it's already starting to kind of die off and spread its seeds. And then final step is the herbage tomentose or is the herbage puberulent to glabrous? So this one is really, really hairy or tomentose. It's not, glabrous means no hairs. Okay, and puberulent means very few hairs. So we have a lot of hairs. So there's your bachelor buttons or cornflower. Next one is Santeria melitensis. Santeria melitensis has these shorter spines, and it's known as tocalote for the common name. This is yellow star thistle, also has yellow flowers. It is known, it's Santeria solstitialis. And then this one here is blessed thistle, and it has yellow flowers, but I just collected it. It's really dry right now. This plant you can also buy as a tea. So if you type in Centaurea benedicta into Google, you'll see a bunch of different teas come up for this species, the blessed thistle. Okay, so let's go through the key on these yellow Centaureas. The yellow Centaurea is the first step. Is the corolla yellow or is it not? Okay, and then we have to look and see if the heads are sessile or subsessile or pedunculed. So in this case, the blessed thistle has a sessile head. That means that it doesn't have this peduncle that holds up a stalk that basically is holding up the head. Okay, so that's the difference that you will see. And then the next step is then just to compare the spine size on Centaurea melitensis and solstitialis. So Centaurea solstitialis has a 10 to 25 millimeter phyllary spine, and Centaurea melitensis has a 5 to 10 millimeter phyllary spine. The other thing is it says look at the color of the spines, and the spines on Centaurea melitensis have somewhat of a purple, plus or minus purple color to them. So I guess you can see that a little bit of difference in the color, whereas Centaurea solstitialis is a straw-colored spine. And then there's Centaurea sulfurea, but that's not in Southern California, and that's the final yellow Centaurea that is in the Jepson manual to key out. So we have 3 yellow Centaureas here. Centaurea melitensis or tocalote, Centaurea solstitialis or yellow star thistle with the long spines, and Centaurea benedicta, blessed thistle. This is collected in the San Bernardino County in the Santa Ana River. This is collected right next to Lake Elsinore. This one is collected right next to Lake Elsinore, but it's common everywhere. And then this is collected on the street right next to a garden. The Santeria Cyanus, or bachelor buttons. Okay, I hope that helps you more with all the Centaurea species.